Our hero of today, Dr. Jumani Saab. Please appear. Over to Jumani. His talk is Food for Sex.
Thank you, Dr. Venkat, for that kind introduction. And thank you, Dr. Reddy. Thank you, Dr. Sinam, Paras Bhai, Bala, giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts, views, concepts, and passion. My talk today is on food for sex. Friends, let's remember that we are living in a world where everybody wants instant gratification. Food and sex are valued parts of our life, you know, because I believe that food and sex are deliciously simple pleasures which we all need. But today we are wildly stressed today and have ridiculous demands of our mind and body. And all this leads to a lot of sexual side effects. But the oldest mood killer is fatigue and stress. This is what we are going through, which disturbs our pleasurable pursuits of life. But who gave us the idea that certain foods actually improve our sexual functions? And from where did we get this idea over time? Just I was understanding that just because certain food resemble reproductive organs like penis or testicles or breast or labia or ovaries, has these got aphrodisiac properties because of the shape or resembling this thing? And there are certain colors of vegetables and fruits like red, orange, black. They also are colors of passion. Do they color is responsible for the aphrodisiacs or the certain food improving the sexual functions? But here between belief and the difference between physiological and psychological effects of aphrodisiacs. I do agree that there are certain herbs and certain foods, they do possess aphrodisiac powers due to their appearance or reproductive ability, but they do contain, science have now proven that they do contain certain ingredients known to us today which can improve, enhance, and impact our sexual performance or pleasure. All said and done, whether any food is helping us or not, but if it is healthy enough for our mind and body, nothing, no harm in that. And if it is giving you some improvement in your sexual functions, well, it's a good, it's an aphrodisiac. Let's celebrate it. I thank my teachers, Dr. Sashank Joshi, Dr. O.P. Kapoor, and Dr. Prakash Kothari, and I beseech them to bless me always. Great food is like great sex. The more you take, the more you want. Sexual interest starts very early in the age in boys. In adolescence, they have a lot of other worries like masturbation or the size of the penis, etc. But every male friends today have some or the other bedroom woes. When something goes wrong, he loses his self-esteem. So what's good for healthy sex life? What is really good for sexy health? Now, let me tell you what calories we spend when we are doing sex. When we put on a condom, with an erection, it's just 6 calories. Without an erection, it's 350 calories. In positions, in missionary positions, it is 12 calories. But in doggy style, it is 250 calories. Now, once you have ejaculated, if you're lying down on the bed, you spend only 18 calories. But immediately you get up, you spend 36 calories. Explaining, if you have to explain why you are getting up immediately to your partner, you spend 816 calories. And dressing afterwards is little bit 36 calories. If you are in a hurry, it's 98. If your dad comes, it's something big. And if your wife comes or your partner comes, then it is little too much. Are there certain exercises which improve our sex life? Fit people always have more sex than sedentary life people. The 5 top exercises which are very known are push-ups, abdominals, which include crunches, bridges, pelvic thrust, deadlifts, torso side bends and tilts, pushing and pulling exercise, swimming. But all these things have to be done at least 30 minutes in a day for 5 times in a week. Does diet, food, or nutrition also help sex? Let's see. The Nobel Prize in Literature in 1990 was given to Octavia Paz. He was a very passionate writer. He wrote that eroticism and gastrosophy, that is sex and eating, are 2 most fundamental pleasures of life. Erotism is most intense and gastrophobia is most extended. Desire in both is equally important. Even Kama Sutra in Perfume Garden endorses all these things. Now let me give you a newer perspective on this. Erectile dysfunction, as we all know in males, is psychovascular neurohormonal iatrogenetic in origin today. It affects 50% of the male population above the age of 40. When I Googled, I found Viagra had 196 million web pages and aspirin had only 53 million web pages. When I Googled about so many treatments for male sexual function, the enhancement devices, in just 50 seconds, I got 86,90,000 results. When I Googled for penile enlargement studies, I got 43,80,000 results in just 46 seconds. And longing lasted in bed, again, so many results I got in just less than a minute. Supplements which are for improving of penile health, 27 lakhs in just 54 seconds. What does this mean? What does this tell us? This tells us most of these advertisements which are there are deceptive, misleading, and wrongly claim unexpected, unrealistic results. Whenever we have patients who don't get better, they don't come and shout like other patients who have other symptoms like fever, etc. And they shout, "Arey, meko acha nahi ho gaya abhi tak." But these patients don't come and shout. They sit quietly and they feel very sorry about themselves. They take it on themselves. So these websites which are available, they are actually cheating human beings. We must understand this. Let me give you a deeper perspective. First of all, most important, we have learned that we should not do any harm to our patients. Everything on this earth has a purpose. Every disease has a herb to cure it. Time spent with nature heals our body, mind, and spirit. Erectile dysfunction is a barometer of men's health, and the deadly quartet are 4 types of patients who come to us: diabetic, hypertensive, obese, and dyslipidemic. Beautiful study done by Mayo Clinic, etc. They say male sexual dysfunctions can now be treated with herbal drug interventions. This is their study. Phytonutraceuticals and phytochemicals have also been tried for treatment of erectile dysfunctions. The various phytochemicals and nutraceuticals include L-arginine, fenugreek, pycnogenol, so many are there. Beautiful study done, the chemistry and pharmacology of aphrodisiac plant. There are 80,000 medicinal plants which have now proven to be improving the sex life of patients. And the main mechanism is because they contain 3 types of things. Flavonoids. Flavonoids have either estrogenic or androgenic activities. The functions of these flavonoids and other phenolic compounds show PDE inhibitor-like actions like Viagra. The second types are alkaloids, xanthines, and other amines. They also improve central pro-erectile mechanism by reacting to the receptors. They increase the cyclic AMP. Saponins, they are non-nitrogenous secondary metabolites, and they are very useful in getting your body adapted and also relieving your stress. Now, let me give you a little historic perspective. This is the most beautiful woman in the history of mankind. She's a symbol of passion, love, and beauty. She's an epitome of femininity. Her flawless skin was effortless allure, made her the height of confidence and attraction. She was known to make any man fall in love with her at first sight. She was the goddess of love who excited this passion. Now, she was none other than Greek goddess of love, beauty, and sexuality, and she was known as the Aphrodite, on whose name aphrodisiacs had come. So what did this lady who attracted every human, every male to have sex with her do to make her what she was? The secret lie in the diet of metabolic superfood she had. And surprising, this diet is also available to all of us today. Aphrodisiacs are all red colored foods, red vegetables, green vegetables, cow's ghee, cow's milk, garlic, onion, ginger, sesame seed, flaxseed, saffron, oats, mushrooms, avocados, almonds, walnuts, whole white of the boiled egg, fish. These have all been studied and proven to improve the sexual functions. What is important we should understand is we should avoid salt, oil, and sugars in excess at a certain age after 30. Why red color is important? Because it contains lycopene, purple, and so everything is now proven why the color is important and how does the color help in improving the sexual functions. Even they have studied that colored fruit and vegetables over 10 years period their incidence of strokes have reduced. So there is enough evidence to prove that red colored fruits or white colored fruits are are beneficial. All these are examples of red colored fruits and vegetables. Chocolate contains an amino acid called phenylalanine, which improves the mood. Our Ayurveda, which is 5,000 years old, also speaks about Vajikaran Rasayana. It improves the sexual activity, it improves reproductive functions, and it improves general health also. Across the world, there are 5 cities in the world where people are living more than 100 years. These are called longevity hotspots. Now, why they are living more than 100 years and are sexually active? Dan Buettner from National Geographic, a scientist who went and stayed with them for months together and studied what was the secret behind why they were living so long. And today we are also going to be gifted with 60 plus years. So how do we want to live 60 plus years? Do we want to live with autonomy, dignity, grace, or sexually happy, or be diseased or emotionally uncrippled? So there is definitely a gap between lifespan and health span, and we need to bridge this gap. My last few slides. So the key to keeping good sexual health and the ethical perspective is that we know diabetes is one of the commonest cause of males getting erectile dysfunction. With diet and exercise over a period of 15 years, science has proved that diabetes reversal is not a myth but a reality. Metformin and SGLT2 inhibitors, because of their own actions, they bring about the whole physiology into a normal milieu. And these patients, if they are taking these 2 drugs, which they have to take anyway, they don't require PDE5 inhibitors. They start getting physiological erections. Even coronary artery disease, Dean Ornish proved that it's not a reversal is not a myth but a reality. He studied patients with 48 patients with severe blocks over a period of 5 years, just with lifestyle measures, just by in giving them vegetarian diet, exercise, quitting smoking, avoiding stress, etc. We also know there have been studies that loneliness and social isolation can also be risk factor for coronary artery disease. Genetics, if we have genetic issues, only 20% of genes dictate what is happening to the patient. Rest 80%, whatever happens, is due to because of our lifestyle. So lifestyle is very important. Epigenetics and telomere shortenings have now been studied, and these all get altered with exercise, nutrition, with sedentary lifestyle, smoking, etc. Even cancer of prostate has been reversed. It's not a myth, it's a reality, just with lifestyle measures, just with diet and exercise. What are the risks? But in India, we are seeing increased incidence of cardiovascular disease. Patients are dying because of cardio. And the main reason is mainly the behavioral problems which are there, which are the risk factors, and mainly the blood pressure, diabetes, and cholesterol. This is the beautiful paper by Prabhakaran. He found improvement today in all the countries across the globe in every aspect. But look at the red bar. The only problem is healthy diet score, which is lacking in every country across the globe, more so in India. And hence in India, we are seeing more patients dying of coronary artery disease in spite of improvement in the other risk factors. So we must think. A beautiful paper from Cleveland Clinic. They say, if your patients have bypass or angioplasty done, fine, he will be all right for some time. But this intervention will not halt his disease, neither will reverse his coronary artery disease. But nutritional intervention, they studied and they found that they improved the cardiovascular perfusion, and also such a huge plaque has been corrected without stents, only with lifestyle measures. So lifestyle is very important. Modifying the lifestyle is very important. Mediterranean diet, Dr. Sinnam beautifully mentioned about it. It's wonderful all of us to take to improve. So the doctor of the future will no longer treat human frame with drugs, but rather will cure and prevent disease only with nutrition. Our own sexual medicine journal in 2008 revised the process of care model of management of erectile dysfunction, clearly says that lifestyle changes may be accompanied by the first line medical therapies of sexual counseling and therapy. So that's very important. So my take home message is the onus of sexual health of our patients lie with us. We need to talk to them about lifestyle modifications. We need to ask them about their sexual problems. We take a detailed history, also take a history of diet and definitely exercise. Make your lifestyle as a religion. You may be Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, but make it as your religion. What is important? And there are certain foods which reduce your sex life. Plastic bottles contain bisphenol A, also reduces testosterone, overweight, lack of sleep, dietary factors, even soya food, nutritional deficiency like zinc, vitamin E, and C, stress, alcohol consumption, and so, what is the secret of sexual happiness? The secret is understanding that our sexuality is ever evolving. It is going to change. What feels good at one time may not be good at the other time. Our desires may be high at one time and may be low at other time with relationship or with others. We must reclaim our pleasures. We must prioritize our pleasures. We must adapt and adopt lifestyle measures. This is an attitude shift we all need. We must love our bodies, avoid salt, oil, and sugars after the age of 30, have a regular rhythm of sex life, be connected with your partners all the time. Touch is very important. Unless we love and are loved, each one of us is alone. Each one of us is deeply lonely. All PD5 inhibitors which are there, they do not increase the desire, and 40% of them are non-responders. So the basha of all is testosterone. But we have to give it with caution. Younger patients we can't give, older patients also we can't give. We need to have proper caution. So who's the king of all? The king of all is L-arginine and fenugreek and lifestyle modification, which is very important. All the causes of erectile dysfunctions can be modified, can be halted and even reversed. So erectile dysfunction, friends, is a correctile dysfunction. This is my book. So my last slide, friends, sexual fitness is a choice and a lifestyle decision which we all should take. ED is most prevalent male sexual dysfunctions. ED is the earliest marker of coronary artery disease. It's an endothelial dysfunction. Low dose PD5 inhibitors and statins are very effective. L-arginine supplement with fenugreek is a boon. Diet and exercise are the key. Lifestyle measures can reverse the metabolic syndrome where patients come to us with most of these causes and patients having erectile dysfunction. A heart that loves is always young. Age, weight, height are just numbers. So friends, erectile dysfunction is a correctile dysfunction. And if so, sex can have no expiry date. Thank you all for your love.
Excellent, Jumani sir. Excellent. Now you have taken pharmacotherapy to nutrition therapy. Nice, you have reminded us that food is more vital. Excellent.
Thank you, sir.